we have some really good news for you.
Okay.
As the winner of the 2021 Study a Master's in Europe Scholarship by Educations.com.
Ma! Ma, yeah. Okay, so I won it.
You won.
Okay. Sorry, I was just telling my mom that I'm going to. I'm sorry. Yeah. Wow. Oh, this is exciting.
Wonderful. We're so happy to have selected you. We love your application.
Thank you.
The passion that you have for food and for feeding other people, the work that you're doing for the climate, the history that you have volunteering and using your passion and your education to children. You are just, we couldn't be happier to
Thank you.
You really deserve it.
Thank you. I'm so grateful, and I'm so happy to be given this opportunity to pursue my dreams and then live what I've always wanted to do and go through with it. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much.
Wow, you deserve it.
Stop smiling.
Good. So you feel good.
Yeah, I do. I really do. Yes, please. Oh.
I'm just going to ask you to start out with, how did you pick France?
Okay, so well, first of all, I'm someone who is very interested in cooking, learning like all about making new recipes and everything. And if we look at some of the world's like the countries known for their cuisine, France is like one of them also. And then, so I wanted to go there to just pursue my passion and then also get to know more about their cuisine. But also one thing that really attracted me to France was, whilst I was picking my school, I was looking out for the core models and then also some of the things they, like their class models had. I'm someone who's a very hands-on deck person. So the school I chose had this incorporated in their school and in their course models. Also, someone who's interested in quality, product development, and food production. And the school that I selected had all these things. So it was a win-win for me. I was able to do food production. I was able to do quality assurance. I was able to do product development, all in the school. And then if you also look at France, it's one of the, it has one of the biggest landmarks when it comes to climate change, which is the Paris Climate Change Agreement. And as someone who is interested in not just making food for people to eat, but making food that makes a difference in the lives of people, I decided that, okay, why not pick France? I get to do the program I love. I get to learn about their cuisine, and I also get to be in the city of one of the biggest landmarks and then just learn about some of their NDCs. And when I come back home, I'll be able to incorporate it into the work that I'm doing here and everything that I'm doing. So that is why I chose France.
Perfect. Can you just tell us what you're doing with native Ghanaian crops and kind of how you're working with the climate locally? Love to hear more about that.
Okay. So currently I'm working with a startup. And then what we are looking at is, so when we talk about climate change, okay, people think it's so far off. We are looking at companies, the pollutions, the emissions, and we are not really a part of it. And we have to look at that like climate change from the angle of other people. What we want to do is, we are all part of climate change. It's part of our daily lives. The food we eat, it's been established that eating more like animal-based foods affects our climate change, because if we eat more plant-based and we grow more plants, they pick up the carbon dioxide in the air, and then it helps with climate change. So what we are looking at is developing products, plant-based products for people, delicious and nutritious food, so that they would opt for that. And then also what we are also trying to do is we are working with some farmers. So we have a group of farmers that would like to work with. These are mostly women, because there's a crop in Ghana, which is quite similar to chickpea, and it's really nutritious, it's really beneficial, and it's also a climate resistant crop. So, and like I said, they are mostly farmed by women. So if you're able to get this crop, turn them into nutritious protein-based foods, and then work with these farmers on how to like plants, using less pesticides, no-till, and all these things. Like, we get to help the land, we get to help the environment, and we bring our customers or our consumers along with us on the fight for climate change. Just by eating our products, they are helping fight climate change. So that is what I'm currently working on.
Amazing. All right, Godslove, could you tell us a little bit about your time with Project Peanut Butter and working with quality assurance in food?
Okay, so I started working with Project Peanut Butter after a year of national service. So let me start from the backstory. So I use, there's this mandatory thing in our country where after tertiary education, you're supposed to do 1 year service for the country. So I worked in the company called Cargill Ghana Limited. And there I got to learn about cocoa, how it's processed, and then how we get our final product, which is chocolate. Then from there, I was looking for something more permanent. So I got to Project Peanut Butter. And Project Peanut Butter is an NGO where we make rapid therapeutic food for children, rapid use therapeutic food for malnourished children. So, you know, there are lots when you go to, especially when you go to the northern part of the country, there are a lot of people there with babies who are really malnourished. And because of that, like, this project came about. So what we do is we enroll the children on this project, and then we give them the food for 2 years. And it's really amazing seeing these babies like so tiny, so malnourished, and so, like, I don't know how to explain it, but then seeing them grow in these 2 years that we monitor them, giving them the food. And then you don't just see the change in the children, but you also see it in the parents and the mothers of these babies, because as their children progress in health and in, like, body-wise, they also get happier because they see their children healthier and stronger. So that is what Project Peanut Butter does.
Obviously, you've won the scholarship.
Yeah.
Yes. Would you have any tips for someone applying to this scholarship in the future? Just based on your perspective, what advice would you give?
Okay, so the advice I would give to anyone applying is, honestly, is to be honest and to really talk about what you are passionate about. Because, I mean, I talked about how passionate I was about food and its relation to climate change, its relation to biodiversity, and a whole lot. So first of all, be passionate and be honest in your essay. And then also, I would advise anyone to streamline their essay according to the requirements of the the scholarship. I mean, there's a whole lot, you've done a whole lot, there's a whole lot you want to talk about and share with the world. But if you really go according to the rules of the scholarship, it gives you a better chance, and the world gets to see you for what you do. And at the end of the day, you come out victorious. So that is my advice to everyone.
Perfect. And does this make anything easier for you with the scholarship? We're always looking at trying to give an impact. Does it simplify things in the next, at least for the next year?
Yeah. So I think, so I got my admission last year, but I had to defer for some financial reasons. And I applied to the scholarship last year, but I couldn't make it. So that is how I was emphasizing on streamlining and going according to the rules of the scholarship. So this helps me in paying for my tuition and making my journey this year smoother and better. So thank you so much once again. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
One last question. What's your plan after you've finished your master's degree in France? What's the next step after that?
Okay, so after my master's degree, I intend on coming back home. And so, like I said, I started with the project. I was helping them develop products. So with the knowledge that I have, I hope to be able to still give that support and then advise in terms of technical advice on the product development. Even if I'm not actively working there, I hope to be able to give that support. And then I would like to also work with Ghana Standards Authority or any of the regulatory bodies. That's where this whole passion started for me. So if I get the chance to work with Ghana Standards Authority or the FDA or a regulatory body, that would be able to, so I'd work hopefully as an external auditor, where I'll be able to help other companies and food production companies produce according to the requirements of food safety and hygiene and practice good manufacturing processes. So that is what I hope to do with the degree I get. Yeah.
Fantastic.